you how to add a special Sunday meeting that's not obviously the regular one, that is just a duplicated and repeated thing. So we can have a look on our calendar here, and if I scroll up and say, okay, this is April's calendar. If I look at March's calendar, you can see that the 6th, the 27th, the 6th, the 13th are all the same. We're looking at the blue. The green is the internal event that is only seen by Team Breakthrough. The blue is the one that will be seen on our app. So we're looking at changing the blue. Always change the blue. Don't worry about the green. That's just for our volunteer team base that is getting rostered and things like that. So don't worry about the green. Look at the blue, and you can see I've already changed 2 blue items here, and they're no longer the same. And if I go into April, you see that the 17th has changed because that's Easter Sunday. Little trick here. If the trouble is, if I make my screen a little bit shorter, like that, you can't see the ones I've changed. So see there, it looks like the 17th is the same, but if I click on it, it is actually Sunday Church Easter. So just a little guide there, that if you can make your screen wide enough so that you can see that you've got a different one. If you can't do that, you can switch it to weekly mode, in which case you will be able to see at least that they're different, but you have to sort of jump week to week like this. So you can see here Sunday Church, that's Pastor Christine speaking then. So that's just a little trick. I can go to monthly because I can, on my screen, I can have it wide enough that I can see that I've got a slightly changed one there. It just makes it easier to recognize which ones you've changed and which ones you haven't. So let's say we wanted to have a special meeting at the end of April. So I go to April, I come down, and the 24th of April, we're going to have a special meeting. Maybe we've got a special guest speaker, Bruce Hills. So what I would do is I would click on the 24th, on the one that is there, and I would say duplicate that event. That saves me having to type out everything and repeat everything that's there. So now I give it a name. Do this before you do the duplicate. And I'm saying Sunday Church dash Pastor Bruce Hills. Now the important thing here is you need to re-put the date in, because even though we selected the last Sunday in April, it's given us the default as today. I think it is the 11th. So yeah, today's date. So it's just defaulted to today's date. So we don't want that. So we switch over to April. We say Sunday the 24th. We've got Bruce Hills. And now I can say duplicate that. What you'll see is if I go back to calendar. Now down here, sorry, before we do that, it brings us into the event. It says it's a repeating event, so we need to change that because the one we copied was a repeating event. So I go to repeat event and change that to do not repeat, because this is a one-off meeting with Pastor Bruce. He's not going to speak for the rest of every Sunday for the rest of the year. And then we come down to the description, and I just put in there special guest speaker Pastor Bruce Hills, and then I normally just put 1, 2, 3, 4 dashes in to sort of separate that from our standard blurb. This can be changed, we can update it, we can put more detail about who Pastor Bruce is. I'm just using this as a quick example. So now we say save that. So now if I go back to calendar, what you'll notice on April, we have 2 events. Now this is why it was important to be able to extend it wide so you can see that, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between those 2. But what you need now to do is to go to the Ordinary Sunday Church and click on that. So this is the one that is the normal one there. We don't want that there anymore, and we can say delete event. Now this is a repeated event, so what you need, when you click delete, it's going to ask you only this instance, all the following, or all the events. So we just want this instance. We don't want to delete all our Sundays, just this instance. So I take that one and I delete it. And now if we go to calendar, to April, we find that there's only one Sunday, and it's Pastor Bruce Hills. All right, so I trust that helps you in being able to do that. And It will appear, I just give you a warning, it will appear in our app, but not straight away. For some reason, it takes a little time, maybe in a couple of hours, for Elvanto's calendar to be uploaded to the app. So you can't go straight to the app and see your wonderful work. So that's a bit of a sad thing, but you've just got to trust. But I do encourage you to check in a few hours' time to check that it has uploaded. All right, that's it.